You wouldn't believe the rivers I've touched in my day.
Let's start another podcast and see how many people will go listen to our original podcast.
It was a grand experiment. Although one person did give us a 1-star review on iTunes.
There is one place, however, Nathan, in this world that is free of any kind of oppression, racism, sexism, ageism, even. One place where we can all find solace at least once a year.
Sushi Jackknife. 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 Sushi Jackknife.
Podcast!
You're getting so pumped.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
I'm hype.
Oh, hype
I'm
boy.
what the kids call hype.
Hyped?
I'm hype. No, not hyped. Hype.
Oh, there's no...
That's what the kids say.
Oh, wow. Well...
You wouldn't know, old man.
Oh, God damn you. I'm not old.
You don't get my generation.
I do wonder about when that's going to set in. I mean, it's already set in a little bit.
The you don't get my generation, old man?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm on the other side of that where, like, I hear Migos or people like that and go, I don't understand what people are doing anymore.
It's always been this way.
That's it's
The
fate.
nature of it's the way things go. Yeah.
All the kids now are listening to rappers that just mama da mama no mama mama no mama no mama, and that's all they do, and I don't understand that music.
Yeah.
So I'm an old man who's just going to complain about it.
Welcome back to Sushi Jackknife, everybody. There might be a lot of noise in the background tonight.
Yeah.
In addition to Podcast Dog, which I'm sure you're hearing. Both of our children are upstairs with both of our spouses raising holy hell.
Well, the good news is my child thinks that running involves stomping his feet as hard as possible. So that definitely will be a fun addition to the podcast.
But we have a cube of beer.
A cube
of beer.
from Fat Bottoms.
Fat Bottom.
It's a Fat Bottom beer.
It is. That's a local beer, isn't it? It's a Nashville beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called the Whack,
Whack.
which just stands for the different kinds of hops that we don't know what the hell they are.
Warrior, Azaka, and Citra.
Apparently you do.
I have the description actually turned directly towards me, so I can tell you all sorts of things.
Which also stands for Women's Army Corps, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a sip and salute the brave women of the Whack.
Well, yeah.
Who served... I'm not done.
Oh.
Pipe down. You have to know why you're honoring them.
Context.
Who served during the Second World War to protect our country and freedoms. Salute!
I hereby salute you, ladies. Thanks. Thank you.
What did the Whack fight?
You know,
Do you know?
I'm pretty sure there were women who fought in World War II.
Well, I know there were. I just don't know if that was part of the
Whack or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that, and there were also the women that were, the classic thing, building the airplanes and all that.
The Rosie the
Rosie
Riveter.
the Riveter and all that. Yeah. And and translating in the like the Enigma machine, all that shit.
Do you think we would have won World War II a lot quicker if the women who had been in Rosie the Riveter type of positions had worked more and spent less time flexing? I mean, I feel like that's all they did from what I've seen. Just a lot of one-arm flexes.
Well,
I mean, I can't say it's wrong. I wouldn't be flexing, but I wouldn't be working any harder than they were.
it's true. It's true. No, I think the girls that were working the hardest during the war were the ones on the sides of airplanes.
Yeah. They had no time to flex.
No, they just had to just lay there, preen there all the time. Much like they do on the backs of trucks today.
Yeah.
Though with less detail.
Well, see, that's where that employment moved to.
Oh,
like when the war was over.
Those two-dimensional
two-dimensional women
Yeah.
needed a job. Mm-hmm. And pinup calendars were kind of on the way out, so that's no good.
Yeah.
All you got are mud flaps now.
It's either that or you get stuck in like a dime novel and you might be murdered. You know, so it's risky. It's a risky world.
You can possibly be murdered in a dime novel, or be on a mud flap and look at truck nuts.
All day.
All day.
That doesn't sound nice. No.
I think there should be a law. Anyone who has truck nuts. By the way, if you're listening and you have truck nuts, this does apply to you.
Fuck off.
I'm fine with it. There should be a law that person has to pay double taxes.
Oh, absolutely. It's a stupid decision.
Just for being a bad
I don't know
person.
if it's cultural or what. I have no idea. But, here's to the plight of two-dimensional women in World War II everywhere.
Clank.
Let's not forget that struggle.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea with truck nuts that the truck wasn't enough to make up for any
penile issues. Yeah.
Any insecurities there. They're like, I need to make it clear that this is a penis replacement here.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Let's put a scrotum on the back so everyone knows.
This is my dick. I'm driving inside my dick.
This is the most. This is the most I have going for me.
Yeah, well, it might be true. Yeah, that was a pretty rampant thing where I grew up, and I
that
never
doesn't surprise
understood. Me. It's there's a cultural aspect, I guess, but I don't know what that culture is.
I just know that the more Confederate flags I see, the more truck nuts I see.
It's true. And I tell you what, our little bubble here, I mean, we are in the South, but our little bubble of a, very metropolitan town.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you're outside of it, boy, you get it. You get hit in the face with it all over again.
You had 1 hour west. in between
east.
Nashville and Memphis.
Right.
And you're out in the middle of nowhere where single A baseball teams play. That's where you're at. Truck nuts galore.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes me think, all the worse for people, for people of color and everything else. It's like, God damn, like you just get hit with it everywhere you fucking go. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel comfortable going to those places.
I don't either.
And I'm fine.
Yeah. They're not going to do anything to you.
The most that's going to happen is they're going to go, well, look at that guy with his fancy pants.
Yeah. They might think
they didn't come from the Walmart.
I might be a little worse off because they might think I'm gay. So,
I mean,
it's possible.
They probably think everyone from the city is gay.
That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they probably assume I'm gay too.
Yeah, exactly. And imagine if we were together talking the way we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get beat up.
Yeah. If we were just talking about seeing the guy's nuts on the road.
That's right. Yeah. Did you see that guy's nuts?
There were just nuts everywhere.
We come in talking about the plight with our feminist bent.
Yeah.
It's not going to fare well. It's not going to fare well.
You know who the real heroes of World War II were? Yeah. No, they're not going to like that at all.
Not going to like that at all. I wanted to tell you that, this show is damn near 4 years in. 4? Wow. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
So
stop. It's time to look for preschools and kindergartens.
I think so for the show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real bastard to try to get in anywhere. To the point where I think we are beginning to be considered professional podcasters. I was taken to lunch the other day by a pair of gentlemen.
Yeah.
This doesn't bode well for my...
They took you an hour out of town.
That's right. And took me...
Everyone looked at you side-eyed. And you moved on.
That's it. I survived. I was taken to lunch by a pair of gentlemen the other day. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. A pair of gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Two guys. Took me to lunch.
A couple of men.
Not a men that were a couple.
A couple of men took you
to lunch. The other day. Yeah.
There's nothing at all homosexual about it.
Yeah,
it's
and
fine.
if there was, it would be fine.
Yeah.
But
we're fine with it.
Oh, of course we're fine with it.
The people an hour outside of town.
Not so fine with it. So they took me to lunch to pick my brain about what it's like, how to have a successful podcast. So first I laughed.
Did you say, build a time machine, be Mark Maron?
Yeah. Or Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
And just be there at the beginning.
Yeah. And then you're good.
You can talk about, well, first of all, you need to be famous. So you probably need to go farther back.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get famous.
True. Go back to 1990.
Right. Write yourself a script that's going to...
You don't need to be that famous. You need to be known by some people.
Well, you need to have a built-in audience.
You need to be fame adjacent.
A crowd.
Where famous people know you.
Yes.
And they'll talk to you.
Right.
But not so famous that people are like, what's happening? Why do they have a podcast? I don't trust this. This is weird.
Yeah. Like if Tom Cruise had a podcast.
That would be weird.
People would think that's weird.
Also, it would be a Scientology podcast, and it would be weird.
It would be weird. Mm-hmm. So after I laughed for half an hour and calmed down, through slices of pizza, I'm just, they're looking at me, I'm just laughing. You're paying for this, right?
Just keep going.
I was actually able to relate some pointers and knowledge to them off the basis of this show and our other show. And I have to say, they were so sweet and they bought me lunch. But I just got to thinking, I was like, damn, we've been doing this for a while. We know a thing or two about podcasting.
We know exactly what you shouldn't do.
We do. That was where we started. The idea, wow, this is getting meta. The idea for this show was no idea, basically.
Like Seinfeld.
And
that works out every single time anyone does it.
No, but seriously.
Yeah.
I think that was the idea. You and I started talking. We realized we had this sort of chemistry, right, when we talk. And there's this nice dichotomy between our personalities. It's a little hard to codify. But there's a built-in interplay, right?
Yep.
And so we thought, well, we'll just start talking into microphones and we'll put it out in the world.
We will make noises.
Yeah.
And then force people to listen to said noises.
That's right. And we have developed with this show a small but dedicated audience, right? So I think, when I put the show up, I immediately, maybe in an hour, I check and see if anyone's listened to it. And already, many people have listened to it. I would say, a good, fifth of everyone who's going to listen listens, the same day, probably.
Well, if you're listening the day that this is released, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
And if you're listening later, I love you slightly less. You might want to be quicker to the draw if you want my full love.
Yeah, this is all about propping up our self-esteem, guys. Help us out.
It's really about us.
It is about us.
Really... I'd like to say that I love our listeners, but I don't care. It's about me. They don't matter. If you're listening, you don't, as a human being, matter at all.
We enjoy doing this, and that's the primary reason we do it. I probably delude myself a little more than you that I care. But yeah, so we learned that lesson, and then we learned that if you start a show about something that people are already interested in,
you have an audience.
You have more of an audience.
You don't have to trick people into listening to you.
That's correct. With the other show, with the Bob Show, I think the idea, at least initially, was let's start another podcast and see how many people will go listen to our original podcast.
Really, it was a grand experiment.
It was a grand experiment. It has been. We're almost to the first season of that show.
Yep.
And yeah, it's been a grand experiment.
Yeah. It's worked.
And it's worked.
Yeah.
Amazingly well, I think, from our
I've met many lovely people because of it.
Yeah.
I've also met some other people who were fine.
Right.
Not that lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met any terrible people.
No terrible people.
Although one person did give us a 1-star review.
That was you.
On iTunes. Well,
you did that.
That was me. But no, I think everyone's been okay.
We would have a 5 out of 5 if it wasn't for the fact that you did that.
Yeah.
That pulled us down to a 4.5.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I know.
Do you know? So when I went and I was messing with our iTunes stuff, that was the first time I had been in iTunes since I had graduated college.
Oh my God!
I didn't even realize it was on my computer still.
Holy moly! You're very much like an Android, Windows.
Yeah, well, and I don't pull
music
up on the computer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
if I'm on the computer and I'm listening to music, I'm streaming it.
Yeah.
Usually from my phone.
Right.
Because I'm doing other things on my computer and I don't want to use it for that.
You own vinyl. You own CDs, I assume. And you stream. Like you skip the
Mostly
download.
the vinyl and the streaming.
Vinyl
I've got
streaming.
some downloaded.
Yeah.
I've
Not
been,
a ton, though.
No.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
But now I'm on the Spotify train. And so
Spotify train is a good
I've
train.
got all the music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
It's too much music. It's so much music. This is my issue with Spotify. I don't know where to start listening to things sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Because it doesn't really recommend anything to you.
That's true.
It just kind of tells you like what's popular, and I don't want to listen to Nicki Minaj. So then I have to ignore them, and then I'm just like blindly going, Todd Snyder, just like throwing out people.
You do. You try to think about I do this too when I'm looking at Spotify, and I don't pay for. Oh my god, I don't pay for premium.
Oh, I do.
Spotify.
Oh, it's worth it.
Well, I mean, I kind of fell into, because of my gracious in-laws, the Google Play, which has a lot of music, and then I have Amazon Prime has.
If you're paying for anything that streams it, it's fine. Yeah.
So, but you sort of blank on what to listen to, right? Your mind, and you're like, and then you just think, well, you kind of pull back in the catalog, right? You flip through the Rolodex mentally of what am I going to listen to, and then you end up on Todd Snyder.
Yeah. Well, it really is. Like the other day, I was trying to download some music.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be going on a road trip for Christmas, so I'm trying to get things prepared where I won't lose my mind.
Right, you got to prepare.
Because otherwise, I'm going to hear my child's toy piano nonstop all the way to Phoenix.
Oh my god.
That's 1 million hours of the toy piano.
You're driving to Phoenix?
Yeah.
Have we talked about this already?
No.
Okay.
Well, you know how much it costs to fly?
More than it is to drive?
My child is now past the age where he flies free.
Oh, really?
I believe that is the case. I have been told this.
Oh, okay.
It is $500 per person.
Holy shit.
I don't want to see my in-laws that badly.
One
or
way
at all.
or
no,
that's
round trip.
Okay, round
still.
trip. Still $1,500.
It's more to fly to Phoenix than to pay my mortgage.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
And you know
what?
what? I don't even want to go. Don't tell Danae I said that.
No, I know.
She knows.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
She also listens to this. I'm regretting this decision immediately. So I was trying to figure out some music to download.
Yeah.
And I just had like a brain fart about all music. I had genres, and that's all I had. I'm like, I don't even know.
Like your mind reset itself, and all you had were like church modes.
I actually went through the music I have downloaded in my Google Play store on my phone, hoping for ideas of who I should look up on Spotify.
And nothing.
I got nothing.
Wow.
I still have not downloaded any music for that.
Wow.
I mean, I can come up with bands.
You'll figure it out. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
It was very hurtful.
Because there's going to be a lot of space where you're not going to have service, right? Because you're going through.
Well, I will have to spend some time because that will be driving through the South and Texas.
Right.
I will have to spend some time finding talk radio stations because there's nothing better than being out in the boonies and listening to their talk radio station. Oh, it's so good. Oh,
you're passionate about this.
I mean, I don't know if you have ever just flipped through the stations when you're driving through a rural area.
Oh, yeah, I have.
You're going to find the person who thinks they're Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't know how radio or speaking works. And so it's just a lot. Well, I mean, the government, Obama was in the White House. No, not good. That you didn't put together one sentence in there.
There was a rural radio station I used to pick up outside of Calhoun, Georgia, which is pretty rural, fairly rural, where they had a weekly. I don't know why this was always on. They had a weekly call-in Craigslist I mean, it's like Craigslist is the most visual thing.
It's
you know?
for the people who couldn't
right.
afford the computer
Right.
to look up Craigslist.
Or don't understand computer. Like I'm pretty sure they've been doing this for 30 years.
Right.
So it's like, it's predates Craigslist.
I do know before Craigslist, there were, in rural stations, a lot of buy, sell, swap radio shows.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
But, the internet exists, so why does that still exist?
And they just go through and they say, well, Billy out in Fairmont has 30 yards of chicken wire, $25, or best offer, call. And then they read the telephone number, which is the most brain-draining radio that you can imagine.
Do they read it more than once?
Oh, yeah. They have to.
Because you have to read it at least twice.
Right. I mean, what if you just turned the radio on and you really needed chicken wire?
Does anyone know Billy? Fuck! I only got the last 2 digits of his phone number.
So you just drive to Fairmount and you stand in the middle of the town and go, Billy!
That's probably enough to
and
find
Billy.
Billy.
And then he shows up, yeah.
Although, in a town like that, 70% of the people who live there are named Billy.
And have chicken wire.
Yeah. You just have a herd of Billies come out with their chicken wire.
It's a hot commodity. Speaking of rural places, Nebraska Roy is officially no longer in Nebraska. He is officially Kentucky Roy. KR. I drove up to... Okay, this is a strange little area of the world. Mm-hmm. I had no idea that Indiana and Kentucky share a border.
Well, now I'm going to have
I think that's accurate. Anyway, I was in Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, all within the span of like a day's drive. Yeah, mostly. So I went from Tennessee, 60. Yeah. So I ended up in Vevey, Indiana.
Naturally.
Yeah, which is where where the plant is that he's going to work at. Delightful little town. Very delightful. I was the only person outside walking on the sidewalk. Most places were closed, but I could tell it had like a historical bent. It was kind of like, like Stars Hollow. Stars Hollow didn't have any money. It was cute, but it was a little,
right. For those who don't know, that's Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls, yeah.
Kentucky shares like the entire southern border with Indiana.
See, I didn't realize that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
You know what makes this worse? The map I'm looking at is a U.S. map for kids.
So the Ohio River, if you zoom in, I don't know if it's on the map.
Oh, no,
for
it's
kids.
not.
Okay,
it's for kids. They can't handle that much.
There's no rivers.
Neither can I.
So the Ohio River runs like right through this town. And there's this massive power plant there, right? Mm-hmm. And I was taking pictures of that. I have this thing about rivers where when I go to a river, I have to like dip my finger in the river. I don't know why. I don't drink the water or anything because I know like most rivers are pretty polluted in the United States. But like I have to touch it for some reason. Like,
just to prove that it's real?
It's just something for me. It's like a collecting thing. Like when I went to Memphis, I touched the Mississippi, right? And then when I'm in Vevey, Indiana, I'm touching the Ohio River.
I'm just imagining you one day talking to your grandkids. Talking about, well, you wouldn't believe the rivers I've touched in my day.
That's the name of my GeoCities blog. Rivers I've touched, and it's all written in cursive.
Yeah, naturally.
And typed in cursive. So we did the move-in thing. He's actually living in Kentucky, I believe, but it's really close to Cincinnati, which also blew my mind. I'm like, how are all these places like reasonably close to each other?
I knew that was there because I've been surprised by that before. As I check out where baseball teams are at.
Right. So I saw the baseball stadium, actually.
The Red Stadium?
Yeah, I sure did.
The Great American Ballpark?
Is that what that is?
I believe that's what it's called.
And so I drove around Cincinnati. I ate breakfast. I just drove into Cincinnati before I came home. Because I was like, when am I going to be here?
Right.
Probably not much. And I ate breakfast at this like pseudo-Belgian joint, which was pretty nice. And then I kind of drove around the little city and went to the river again.
Did you touch it?
I did, and I took pictures.
Was it the same river?
It was the same river. It's the Ohio River. And then I fucked off back to Tennessee. But
what What did you eat while you were there?
I ate a waffle with lemon curd.
That's ridiculous.
And
why didn't you get Cincinnati chili?
Oh, I did eat Cincinnati chili while we were in town.
Did you tell them that that's wrong and they need to stop doing that?
Cincinnati chili?
Yeah, on the pasta.
It's weird. And we went to a Skyline, which I didn't realize was a chain.
Oh, yeah.
But we went to a Skyline for dinner the first night. And yeah, it's filling. I guess that's the point.
For those who don't know, I need to fill people in on this one here.
Yeah.
The city of Cincinnati has, you know how every major metropolis has their food.
Has a unique food. We have hot chicken.
Right. Cincinnati has chili, which you're like, oh, what's special about chili? Well, they apparently got chili and spaghetti sauce confused. And they just dump it on a bunch of spaghetti and eat that.
And put a mound of shredded cheddar cheese on top.
Yeah, it's almost like a 1-to-1 ratio of cheese to chili.
It's true. And then they serve you oyster crackers beforehand, which I don't know the other than maybe just a snack on. I don't know. It's kind of like tortillas at a.
I'm looking at pictures of it right now, and it's upsetting.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just like unremarkable.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's so much cheese.
It's just unremarkable. I think that's the thing about it. You know.
I mean, just imagine. Like, I assume that when cities are developing, all of the culinary experts in the area get together to pick what that city's food is going to be. Right. I know that's not how it works, but that's how I like to imagine it.
Sure.
And all of the chefs in Cincinnati went, we need chili. And one guy went, I don't know that that's enough. Lots of places have chili, Todd. And they talked about it. They're like, you know what we could do that's weird? Just put that on some noodles. Noodle chili. Yeah.
So I think this is right. And I don't want to sound like I hated it because I'm into cultural experiences. Right?
I am too. I just don't like that idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tried it and it was good and I enjoyed it.
I'm also not a huge chili guy.
Person? I like chili. So if I'm probably remembering this incorrectly, you can let us know. I think it was there were a lot of Greek people that lived there.
It's a Mediterranean
thing.
I have the Wikipedia page for Cincinnati.
And they were confused about what do you put on spaghetti or something?
And they were wrong.
Indeed.
Also, in some home recipes, it involves dark chocolate.
Yes, I have heard that.
So that's unpleasant too.
Yeah, I mean, I bet that deepens the flavor.
But you know,
I've heard of putting
good
chocolate
on them.
Yeah, I've heard of putting chocolate in tomato related things to kind of mellow it out or something.
I've heard of that too, but I don't approve.
Yeah.
They didn't ask me before they did it.
No, they didn't ask you. So yeah, officially Kentucky Roy.
Yeah. Will Kentucky Roy take us to a Cincinnati Reds game?
I hope so. Sometime. That'd be wonderful. Can you imagine?
Well, I mean, I need to go to all the stadiums.
That is a goal.
And I've never been to Cincinnati.
That's a goal you have. You know what? I found it to be a very clean and inviting town.
That was a very like how my grandma described strangers answer about Cincinnati. It was very clean.
Clean and inviting.
Yeah.
Strangers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That stranger was... She has described people to me as very clean.
You know...
Which is usually mildly racist and also confusing.
You know, for a black guy. Yeah, I mean, that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. That's what she's saying.
When my grandma says someone was very clean
right,
or very well-spoken, I immediately go... You met a black person.
And
that's
we're surprised.
Good for
you. Yeah, that's good for you.
You need to meet more of them.
You know, your grandma might be very happy since she's a racist.
I don't want everyone to think my grandma is a racist. She's just old person racist.
Well, that is a variety of racism.
Well, yeah. So I need to outline this here.
Okay.
So I have racist relatives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All of my relatives out in the boonies of Oklahoma. I have relatives that do not like any sort of pigment darker than me. So, Casper the Friendly Ghost is really what we're aiming for.
You remember that movie Powder? About the albino kid that had the powers of magnetism?
That's what they want.
They would love that guy.
And they'd be fine with the powers of magnetism as long as his skin tone stays that color. They don't trust it any darker.
Yeah.
Those are my racist relatives.
Yeah.
My grandma is just old person racist, which I feel like is a different area where it's just like they don't understand that they're being terrible.
Right. Exactly.
Like my other relatives know they're being terrible.
Oh, yeah.
They're fine with it. They've moved on because, what are they going to do? Learn to accept other people and their experiences in life?
Except the fact that we're all one race of human beings.
That's some snowflake stuff right there.
Sure is.
Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
No, I will.
Trump 2020.
That phrase that makes no sense. Remember how we figured that out?
Mm-hmm. But old person racism is weirder because they say everything is a compliment and they genuinely mean the compliment.
Oh yeah.
But you're like, that's not a thing you compliment.
No. Unlike the rest of your people.
unless you're complimenting everyone you meet that hits that area.
Oh yeah, like everyone you run into at the supermarket. You're
like if she was walking around to her old lady friends going, my grandson, he is just so well spoken and clean. Then it's fine.
It's even better if it's like old lady to old lady.
Yeah.
Hey, you're looking clean today, Bethula.
You are so well spoken.
You are so well spoken and clean, and you never smell off.
if you throw that out at random white people, fine. It's not racist.
Because I will tell you, I've met a lot of dirty. Never mind. I don't know where this line of dialogue is going anymore. I'm sorry.
Well, I
was going to say I've met a lot of dirty white people, but I didn't want to imply that other people are dirty. They're not.
No, but the stereotype that the old people are sticking with
doesn't fit. Yes.
Yeah. I will say that for some reason the stereotype that they have that white people are well-spoken.
Yeah.
Not right.
Oh, it's so wrong.
Very wrong.
Most white people can't fucking form a sentence.
Well, most people can't form a sentence.
That's true.
It's just across the board. People are bad at words.
Yep, it's true.
Words be hard.
Indeed.
So old lady racism is nonsense. Just put into a compliment form.
Yes, yeah, it's
what I'm saying.
It's racism with flowers,
right?
Yeah,
it's pretty nice racism.
Yeah, as it goes.
Yeah, as far as racism goes, old white ladies aren't going to even think about lynching anyone or anything like that. No. That's a positive.
Yeah,
the negative being just the racism in general.
Exactly, completely agree.
All right. We can move on here.
There is one place, however, Nathan, in this world that is free of any kind of oppression, racism, sexism, ageism, even. One place where we can all find solace at least once a year. I received this in the mail the other day. It was brand new.
I know where this is going because I received it in the mail.
You did! Friends, I hold in my hands the 2018 Swiss Colony catalog.
Oh, you don't know the Swiss Colony?
Oh.
Get familiar, fools.
It's coming.
You want some beef? You want some cheese? Swiss Colony.
Payments as low as $10 a month, Nathan. That is on the front and back cover.
Which is great because there's nothing like having to pay off your meat in installments.
I've never been so sad as to see that and think that, my God, some people are doing that. By the way, I have a sticker it's not printed on the actual catalog. This sticker, raised sticker, someone with human hands, a Swiss person, put this on this catalog for me.
Well, they're not Swiss. They're in a colony. Like, down the line, they're Swiss.
Sure.
But the colony, I mean, they're not from Switzerland.
I think they would take offense at you saying that. Let's hope they don't hear that. The sticker says you are pre-selected for this catalog.
Who's post-selected?
That's a very good question. Or just regular selected.
Do they have pre-selected people and they mail them out and then they're like, oh crap, look how many catalogs we got left. Let's post-select some people right now.
I got this weeks ago.
Oh, see, we weren't pre-selected.
Yeah. I even have inside here, I have a mock-up of a Swiss Colony credit card. Yep. And below it, it says, enjoy low monthly payments on Swiss Colony credit. I can charge up to $400.
Oh, man, that's a lot of dried beef.
And pay only $25 a month. What's that say under there? Forever. But down at the bottom, Nathan, happiness is guaranteed.
Wait, hold on. If you're not absolutely delighted with any item, please let us know and we'll promptly replace or refund the amount. So, if
are you saying we're going to actually order something this year?
No.
Okay. Because I'm not sure. I am not taking out a line of credit with the goddamn Swiss Colony.
I feel like the Swiss Colony, there's a good chance that they have a person, if you owe money, traveling the country just to break your kneecaps. So if I were to order
one meat-ass Swede,
the angel egg from page...
Angel? What's an angel egg?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a ceramic... Oh, no, it's resin. I'm sorry.
Resin?
Egg.
Even better.
With a spun glass angel with 22 karat gold trim.
You're joking.
Ask me how much that would be.
How much would that be?
Well, if you order it before December 21st, it's $12.99.
Are you kidding?
Or 350 payments of $10.99.
Wait, are you kidding?
It really does not say that.
Okay.
So if I were to order that, and if I went, man, the spun glass angel, bogus. My happiness is guaranteed. They're going to give me back my $12.99? Will they give me back my shipping?
I think we figured this out before, and I think they will.
Man.
What I was really excited about with this...
was the Ocean Breeze bath set.
That's one of the things. Did I have that dog-eared in there?
No, it's on page BB, though. Why are their pages not numbered?
Well, page BB stands for Big Booty, so that's all the Big Booty stuff on that page.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains the slippers.
The Swiss Colony categorizes their catalog like porn.
Why would you be ordering from page T...
stands for, well, you guess.
Smartwatches.
Are you... Wait. Are you serious right now?
This one has built-in Bluetooth to connect to your smartphone. Which, by the way, it's 2018. Can we stop referring to them as smartphones and just say phones and be done with it?
I think we can.
There aren't dumb phones anymore. This is it. This is the only phone.
That's true. Even the pay-by-the-month things are pretty smart. Mm-hmm. Pretty damn smart.
You got a 7-inch swivel screen portable DVD bundle.
Holy DVD.
Yeah.
The Swiss Colony's not on Blu-ray.
No.
They haven't even thought about 4K.
It does have a USB port.
That's confusing.
I don't know why.
Confusing.
What would you do with that?
And I'm glad you gravitated to the back of the catalog. Mm-hmm. And that's where I wanted to lead us, because I found a lot more excitement this year. Because I'm already ordering $400 worth of chocolate, meat, and cheese. But
I've got my eyes on the fruitcake medley on page 52 because suddenly they've switched to numbered pages.
Wait a minute.
You can get butter rum.
Ooh.
Original or macadamia nut.
Does it say if the butter rum is sinful? Because I really want it to be sinful.
Let's see. It's a buttery, rich batter. It doesn't say any level of sinfulness. It's flavorful.
Rich is pretty. It's edging on sinful. Mm-hmm. I can get into rich.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would like to know exactly 1 to 10 how sinful it would be.
Well, we're just going to have to call God. That's the only way to settle that.
Oh, look, okay. If you have the Swiss Colony catalog, please refer to page 54. I want you to look at this deep dish caramel apple pie. Does that upset you?
Yeah.
It looks like it is 1 foot deep.
and made of vomit?
It looks like they took one of those kiddie pools that they sell outside of every grocery store during the summer and just filled it with puked up apple.
Went,
it's a pie.
That is what it... I gotta say, I'm tempted to order this only because I can guarantee that it's not going to look like that.
I would hope not.
When it arrives.
Here's the question I have. How did they find a way... Because, normally... You see pictures of food and you're like, it's not going to be that good when I get it.
Sure.
How did they find a way to make the food look terrible in the catalog?
I don't know.
And will it look worse? Or will you get it and go, that's kind of just an apple pie?
Nathan, that is a 3-pound pie. 3 pounds, 4 3/4 ounces. That is a fat-ass pie.
Yeah. 1 slice of that? Diabetic for life.
You know how everyone's like, oh, just give me a tiny slice of sliver.
There's no such thing in there.
There's no such thing in this pie.
No. You take 1 bite.
It's over.
You're done.
They have something called Kringles, which apparently is a delicate, flaky pastry made with the original Danish way right here in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin! Exclamation point.
Oh.
It's needed.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I need the whole sentence. With correct punctuation.
Right.
You were very
chill.
Very chill on the whole thing. Very low key.
Right.
I don't like it.
I'm not selling it for the Swiss Colony.
No.
Delicate, flaky pastry made the original Danish way right here in Wisconsin.
Wow!
Yeah!
Yeah!
That's right. It's kneaded, hand-rolled in dozens of layers.
Dozens.
By slaves.
I'd like to know exactly how many dozen we're talking about.
Well, you're going to have to call. That's the only way to settle that.
All right, what's the number?
Oh, God damn it. Okay. Wait a minute. Here you go. You ready? Customer service. 608.
Oh, you're way too quick for my phone. Maybe the smartphone thing wasn't such a good declaration here. Okay, 608
324 4000. Now these guys are open 8 a.m. to midnight. Oh, Monday through Friday. They're not. Oh, what? You can call a telephone order number. You want that?
I mean, not if I'm not going to get to talk to a person.
Yeah, you're not.
Look, I want to know what it says.
It says.
By the way, the phone number is in Monroe, Wisconsin.
Recorded for quality assurance. To place an order or open your credit account, press 1. To make a payment or for questions on your billing statement or credit plan, press 2. To check on an existing order or for other questions, press 3. To request a catalog, press 4.
Ooh.
To repeat these options, press 9.
Can I re-request a catalog? Are they going to send me 2?
I mean, they will send you as many catalogs as you want. Do you want another catalog?
Dozens and dozens of layers.
Open your credit account, press 1.
I don't want to.
Don't press 1.
Or for questions on your billing statement or
I
credit
don't
plan,
have billing.
press 2. To check on an existing order or for other questions, press 3.
Fake order.
To check the shipping status of your order, press
No.
1. For a delivery delay letter, press 2.
No.
For product questions, press 3. For other questions,
There we go.
enter the EC number, which can be found in the shaded box inside the back of your catalog.
That was
What?
recorded by a real person in Wisconsin, too. You can tell by the accent.
I wasn't.
Shaded box.
I wasn't prepared for that.
A shaded
Please
box?
enter the EC number, which can be found in the shaded box inside the back
You
of your
freaking
catalog.
out over there, Nathan.
The
Shaded
what
box.
number?
Shaded box.
Easy number.
Easy number, yeah.
You entered 1, 0, 9.
No one steal my identity based off my Swiss Colony catalog easy number, please. It's not
Here,
worth it.
I'll make sure that they don't know what's happening here.
Okay, thank you for the... motherfucker.
All right, there we go.
If this is correct, press 1. If this is incorrect, please hold. We are currently closed. Please call back during our normal hours of 8 a.m. to midnight.
I can't leave a
Central Time,
message?
Monday through Friday.
Can you leave a
Thanks
message?
for calling. Goodbye.
You know what? I'm going to take my business to some other colony.
The Dutch colony.
If you can't tell me at any time of the day the number of dozens of layers
In a Kringle.
in your Kringle, then what the fuck are we even doing here? That is the only reason I want this catalog, to know how many Kringle layers I'm getting.
I'm bewildered by the next page, too. The gift of traditional style baklava.
Okay.
Apparently, this is a customer favorite.
Naturally.
Last time I checked, there's no baklava in Switzerland.
No, that's what they're known for. Swiss baklava.
It's baklava. That's right. Along with their Mediterranean salads, their pesto, their paninis, their olive oil.
The thing you don't know about Switzerland is they do all of it. Like any food you've heard of coming from that part of the world.
That region.
Paella.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Swiss paella.
Swiss paella is the best paella.
That actually makes me want to puke a little bit.
Much like Skyline chili, it probably has
man.
chocolate in it.
No, man.
Ew.
There is no way anyone in Switzerland could make a paella that I would want to eat.
A traditional Swiss breakfast, including blood sausage and beans. Now, we do get a level of specificity here on the baklava.
Yeah.
Because I think probably enough people called.
Going, what? Wait a second.
After that Kringle disaster.
Look, I've got one question first. Dozens of layers? Not specific enough. Number 2, why are the Swiss making baklava?
That's an excellent question. With 50 paper-thin phyllo pastry leaves.
50?
50, specifically.
That's not bad.
It's no wonder these, quote-unquote, 2-bite morsels are so delectable.
Wait, 2 bite?
2-bite. They cut it into chunks.
So it's like a hunk of baklava.
It's a hunk of baklava, yeah. It's
Not a slice of
Not a
baklava.
slice of... Because, a slice of baklava is what, like 2 inches by... Well, maybe 4 inches by 4 inches?
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't
Something
eat
like
it
that.
in one bite.
No.
Or if you could, you would die because you'd choke on baklava.
That's no way to go, folks.
No.
They're layered with finely chopped walnuts and spices, then drenched with honey-flavored syrup.
Can I be real with you for a minute?
Yeah.
I have tried in my life baklava probably a dozen times now.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not a nut fan. And I don't want my dessert to be sweetened by honey. Like, if I'm going to do dessert, just, dump a bunch of chocolate syrup or something on that thing. Don't give me honey. And so I get baklava, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with it, I guess. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, no,
But I've never in my life thought, that was great baklava. I'd like more baklava, please.
It goes well with coffee. That I have.
And see, I don't want a dessert, though, that I have to have a certain beverage to enjoy.
I understand.
We've had this conversation about biscotti.
Oh, yes, we have had this
Any
conversation.
sweet thing,
Yeah, you don't.
I should be able to ingest it by itself.
He gets very angry about biscotti, everybody. I'm sorry, I fell into the sea of nuts, nut tins at the back.
Oh, man, don't say that now we're out of town.
It's like... I mean, it is like a hellhole of nuts, though. Jesus, you can buy as many nuts as you want. I'm looking for the more fascinating items to me. They're obviously very into Green Bay and other football-related items.
Well, you got to get your football nuts if you're going to get nuts.
You got a pair of leather gloves you can give them the Swiss Colony.
That's a really weird thing to put right next to the nuts.
Questionable. A mug that says life is better when hunting. Right next to
Is it?
I don't think it is.
There's no part about it that seems like it would be a step up from not hunting.
No. You can
There
get
are grocery stores. You don't need to hunt.
a baseball bat flashlight. Now, that's an item that I think appeals to the paranoia within all of us.
What now? Is it a full-size baseball bat?
Waterproof red aluminum, textured grip, LED light with high, low, and strobe settings. Uses 3 AA batteries, which are not included.
No. Well, of course not.
It is gift RB753.
Does it have dimensions or anything?
Does not have dimensions.
I have 2 questions I'd like to ask them now.
You can get not 1, not 2, but a set of 3 hoodies. I don't know why.
Who orders a
set of 3?
When do hoodies come in sets?
Do you have 3 kids do you have triplets? Are they all the same goddamn age?
If you got to dress Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Swiss Colony, that's where it's at.
My God, you can get a Fujifilm instant camera. You can get a boom box.
You know what I like about the Fujifilm instant camera?
What do you like about that?
So, Polaroid went out of business.
Yes.
Many moons ago.
Sure.
I feel like Fuji was just sitting there, Fujifilm, going, oh, Polaroid's about to go down. And developing their cameras, because I swear it was like a month after Polaroid was gone. Fujifilm was there.
I think you're right. Now we're deep into sweater territory.
Well, naturally.
So hold on to your seat. We've got the Prayers and Blessings sweatshirt embroidered with the phrase, prayers go up, blessings come down. This cozy, soft top is a comforting reminder of strength and faith through life's ups and downs.
Here's the downside to that, though. You have to read upside down to see what your shirt says.
Stand in the mirror all day.
Yeah. Well, but then it's backwards.
That's true.
You're never going to know what it says.
Well, that's why you need
it.
the mirror that's located on page, I think, L.
This is why you buy it for a loved one. So you can look at their chest region and feel comforted about your life.
Right beside each other, you've got the Mr. and Mrs., in this case, Fitzgerald pillowcases.
Well,
Mr. is written in black, Mrs. is written in red, if you know what I'm saying. What a minx, Mrs. Fitzgerald. And then we've got the Morning Grump 2-piece PJ set.
Whoa. I'm going to need more information on this one here.
All right, that's located on literally page L. I'm not bullshitting you guys.
I don't. Why do they jump from number to letter?
It's number. Don't you hate it when people say that too? No, it's on page number L.
Yeah,
number L. L is not a goddamn number.
Grump pajama set.
Morning Grump 2-piece.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's because a Morning Grump can't handle a 1-piece.
No, anyone that's that grumpy in the morning, let's be honest, they're not exactly drinking kombucha and going to the gym. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Maybe
these are not magazine people.
You don't know. I've never been at the gym that early. I'm a post-work gymmer.
I'm a no-gymmer.
Everyone in the gym in the morning might just be walking around going...
Why am I here? And they all have the physique of Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah. It's just Jim Gaffigan walking around in circles.
Embroidered design on top, period. This is a short poem. Elastic waist, drawstring short, period. Cotton/polyester. Semicolon, machine wash, imported.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those sound pretty sexy. Do you think that the Swiss Colony, in their description, has ever accidentally written a haiku?
I bet they have. That, you know what? If there is a really dedicated Sushi Jackknife fan out there,
yeah,
I would love to see if that is accurate.
If the Swiss Colony will put a haiku as the description for one item, I will buy that item. I don't even care what it is.
Yeah.
I will buy all of your stupid sausages. I will buy your weird cheeses that I don't need. I don't care.
Now, I do have a particular affinity for this. I'm going to give it up to the Swiss Colony here. This is on page H, number H.
Number H.
Letter D. This, Nathan, is the Powerful Woman tee.
Oh.
and I'm serious here, long sleeve tee has scripted printing that reads, in quotations, "Never underestimate the power of this woman," end quote.
Mm-hmm. Does that come in a man size?
You know, medium to 3X. So yeah,
I've got 3 questions I'd like to ask the Swiss Colony.
Should we just order a pair of those
Walk
around in them?
Will this shirt fit my ample bosom?
No, I mean, I got to give it to him for that. Actually.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because I imagine most of the clientele of the Swiss Colony is women over the age of 60.
Well, and I will say, as far as ridiculous clothing messages go,
Yeah.
which this catalog, chock full of them.
Full of them.
This is a big step up from a sweatshirt that tries to reassure you that you're not wasting your time when you pray to a deity. Like, it's a big step up from that.
Prayers go up, blessings come down. Oh wow. God damn, Swiss Colony. We've got an essential oil pack on page number D.
Well, I think that means the essential oils have officially jumped the shark.
I think you're right. You're so right.
Which ones do they include here?
Each pack has
If it's
3.
not tea tree, it's a joke.
You know, each pack has 3 assorted bottles of 100% pure, therapeutic grade essential oil. 0.33 fluid ounces per bottle. See full description on Sense online. Choose everyday, vitality, sports, travel, daily.
So some weird combo.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna be something that
Get
you
the hell
can't,
out of here. What do you think you're doing
you
here?
can't smell it before you buy it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, tea tree. That's the only essential oil you need.
Tea tree and
That's
lavender.
it.
Lavender's good.
Lavender's fine.
Lavender's
but
good.
tea tree,
Tea tree's a good
that
one.
does it.
All you need is love. Another sweater with snowmen. Not so bad.
I see. Powerful woman shirt, way better than that one.
Wondering if the Beatles would have anything to say about the Swiss Colony's copyright infringement.
Do you think that the Swiss Colony went, there's only 2 of them left. We can do what we want.
I think one guy in the factory at the Swiss Colony sees that sweater coming down the line and goes, da 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 da. All you need. And the whole goddamn factory breaks out into song.
See, in my head, it's more he expects everyone to join in song, but no one does. So he just goes, all you need is love. Dead
Nothing.
silence in the factory. Nothing else.
See, I just picture like one like crusty broad, very much under her breath, just going like under her stubble, just going.
That guy though, like when they go to their holiday happy hour,
Yeah.
he's the guy that they're like, do we have to invite Jim? We really should invite Jim.
When he has his, performance.
Can we set him down at the end of the table so he doesn't talk to everyone? He just sings so much.
When he has his performance reviews, it's just this whole diatribe about how he doesn't really fit in.
You're not really with our culture here.
Jim, it's just you're
The Swiss, they're not known for their singing. They're not a singing people.
I didn't want to come right out and say it because they're also not a come right out and say it people. All right, we got the 13 handmade varieties of cookies.
13?
Such a great gift. Customer favorite.
Oh.
Geraldine from Yuma, Arizona
Yuma.
says, ordered some last year and they were so good I tried them again. At the age of 83, I cannot stand to make cookies, let alone a variety that you offer in your tents.
What, this old lady says we should buy them because she's lazy?
Can't do it. She's fucked. Shit's over. Geraldine's cookie making days are gone.
In my head, when you started reading that quote, I auto-completed it like, I ordered these last year, and they were fine.
They were acceptable. You know what? I didn't have to make them myself, so fuck it.
I look for one thing in my cookies, and it's a lack of effort put in by me.
Geraldine's like paging through this catalog being like, all right, where's the bourbon? Like, where? How can I just order a year's supply of vodka? Wait a minute. It sucks in
What,
Yuma,
she's
Arizona.
83?
83.
If I'm 83 and I live in Yuma, I'm not sober one day of my life.
It's
like
gotta-
from there on out, I am drunk the rest of the time.
You know what? This baby Swiss is enticing. I'd probably have a slice of that with my morning vodka.
What is this?
It's a big baby Swiss. Look at that. Look at that big ass cheese. It's a big cheese.
What?
It's
What are you
legendary.
gonna do with the big ass cheese?
The others, I'm going to eat it by myself over the course of days.
That's Daddy's cheese.
You stay the fuck away from Dad's cheese.
Eat your string. This is my Swiss.
You know what? When you finish that beef log, you can have some other food, all right?
Oh man.
When you finish that beef log, you little bastard.
The world famous beef log.
World famous beef
Can
log.
I tell you? Okay, so I told you we got this at our house. My wife sat on the couch, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, God.
Looked at this catalog for about an hour, wanting to order things.
Did she listen to our last episode?
I
This
don't
was
know.
quality? Okay. All right.
But I mean, well, I was about to say she's very pro beef log, but I feel like I can't say.
Especially not an hour outside of town. Nathan, okay, I'm on the beef log page.
Yeah.
And we got the gift combo. We know about that.
Yeah.
We know about the original beef log.
Mm-hmm.
We know about the beef log light. No, we don't. That's a new one.
Wait, what's the beef log light?
Beef log light.
Tell
Wait,
me about this.
Before you get too excited about the beef log light.
Keep in mind, the main drawback to the beef log
Yeah.
is it will kill you. It will kill you within a matter of minutes because the sodium is 1 billion milligrams per serving.
So beef log light, beef log registered, by the
Yeah.
way. I don't even know if we can say beef log. They might fucking come for our
Wait,
necks.
that's
Beef log is registered.
really
No one else has beef log. This is the only place in the world you can get this. This catalog is the only place in the world you can get beef
Well,
log.
I feel like we need to come up. You know how, like, when the Super Bowl comes around, all the companies that are giving away tickets and stuff have to call it the big game because
Sure.
Super Bowl is registered.
Sure.
I feel like we need a name for beef log.
Yeah. And then we can sell our own knockoff beef log.
Well, no, just to reference it so we don't get
right,
sued.
so we don't get trouble.
Let's see. We got
Cow sample. So beef log light. Enjoy all the zesty spices and hearty hardwood smoked flavor
oh yeah.
of our original cow sampler with 50% less fat.
How do they do that?
No one knows. It's
4
soy.
questions.
Page adjacent to the beef log page, we have now. Well, maybe it was there before. It's another customer favorite. We have the wild game meat sticks.
Oh no, that was there. Because I remember thinking, why?
Featuring buffalo,
Yeah.
elk, and venison.
Yeah. Let me tell you this though. I recently, in the last year, maybe 2 years,
last year.
I was taken to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
For those who don't know, that is a redneck capital of America. There are many NASCAR fans in that area of the country, if you get what I am saying.
Yeah.
On the way back, there was a beef jerky supply place. Like, that's all they sold.
Like
in
a
the store.
big-ass store?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just all the jerkies. And they had the game jerkies.
Okay.
So, me being me, I went, well, I want to know what a venison tastes like. I tried these.
Yeah.
You know what they taste like? Beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you get the Swiss Colony catalog and you're tempted by that, just remember, you can get the beef for a lot less and it tastes the same. You're wasting your money.
For the real meat lover, exotic flavors like these are a rare treat to be enjoyed slowly. Savory buffalo, elk, and venison are all blended with pork and beef
Yeah. So they taste like beef jerky. They
for
taste like
juicier texture and come in delectable packages of 7 sticks each. The package is delectable. You want to eat the box
Right.
before you.
No, notice that they say nothing about the actual beef sticks or the game sticks.
It's true. It's true. They're delectable.
That's it.
That's it.
They really like how they package them.
And I think for us, Nathan, just to, we should get some of these snowman melties. Mm-hmm. Just one of each of us.
Yeah.
You can decorate them to look like us.
Are you going to order a bunch of Buckeyes?
I mean, it's kind of a tradition now.
I mean, just what? You ordered 12 dozen Buckeyes last year and ate them by yourself?
I ordered 110 and it cost me $35.
Or 15 easy installments of $10.99.
Merry early Christmas.
Yes.
And Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.